When did the FBI show up at your door because of your partner? I thought moving in with Jonah would be the start of something stable. We'd only been dating 6 months, but everything about him seemed safe. He was quiet, good with my dog, always cleaned his dishes, said he worked from home doing contractor stuff. I didn't really understand what that meant, but he paid his half of the rent on time, and after years of dating people who drained me, Jonah felt calm. He never pushed, never raised his voice. In hindsight, that was the scariest part. At first, little things felt off. He had an old flip phone he kept in his sock drawer for emergencies, wouldn't let me in his home office, said his job involved NDAs and confidential work. He'd take calls at weird hours, in the hallway or outside, whispering. I told myself everyone's entitled to some privacy. Then packages started arriving. Plain brown boxes, always sealed shut with excessive tape. Jonah would grab them off the porch before I even had a chance to ask what they were. Just parts, he'd mumble. For work, one night I peeked at a label before he got home. It was addressed to someone named Ken. Different last name, different city. When I brought it up, he laughed. Said he sometimes used aliases to avoid scammers. You know how it is, he said. Smart people stay invisible. I didn't press. I should have. Then, in December, I noticed my laptop behaving weird. Cursor jumping. Programs opening I hadn't touched. Jonah said I probably had a virus. Offered to clean it out for me. Afterward, I couldn't log into half my accounts. My emails were filled with spam I couldn't explain. Then came the knock. 2 men in suits. Calm voices but firm. They showed me badges. FBI. They asked if I knew anyone by the name Ken Walters. I said no. They asked if this was my IP address. It was. They asked if I'd recently applied for government loans in other states. I hadn't. They handed me a document listing charges filed under my name. Fraud, impersonation, conspiracy. I almost threw up. I said there had to be a mistake. One of the agents asked if anyone else used my devices. I told them about Jonah. They exchanged a glance. May we see his workspace? One asked. I hesitated, but I led them to his office. It was locked. They asked me if I had a key. I didn't. They told me to step outside while they contacted their team. I stood on the curb in my slippers while my world crumbled. Jonah pulled up in his car 20 minutes later. Saw the agents. Tried to run. Didn't get far. I watched them pin him to the ground as he shouted something about setups and constitutional rights. I couldn't breathe. They found dozens of fake IDs in his office. My face on at least 2 of them. Hard drives filled with stolen data. Files tagged with names of people I'd never met. He'd been using my IP address as a shield. Routing activity through our Wi-Fi. Signing documents under my name. My digital fingerprint was all over everything. For weeks after, I was under investigation. Cleared eventually, but it didn't matter. I lost my job, spent every dollar I had trying to fix my credit, change my passwords, explain to people I wasn't complicit. He'd built a life out of pretending to be other people, and he used me to do it better. Sometimes I wonder if Jonah ever really existed.